Hello. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to make a bikini swimsuit. It's perfect for women with both small and large boobs because it features an underwire for added support. Here I'm showing you how all of the pieces fit into the pattern. The bottom on this design is strappy and trendy, but it offers a bit more coverage for those who feel they need a little more. For the supplies, I'm using a stretch jersey. This is a nylon spandex, which is typical for swimwear. For the lining, I'm using a flesh-toned power mesh that adds both support and opacity. This is a non-stretch mesh that is used in the bridge between the cups for support, decorative elastic for the neckline, plush underwire channeling, a full coverage underwire, elastic, decorative hardware, a clasp for the back of the top, thread, stitch the darts in the cups and apply a lightweight stay tape or a bit of non-stretch mesh to the darts in the lining for added support, and then press the darts open. Stitch the lining to the main fabric at the neck edge with a zigzag stitch and apply elastic to the neck edge also with a zigzag stitch. Understitch the elastic to the lining with a zigzag stitch. Align the dart in the main fabric to the dart in the lining. And stitch in the ditch with a straight stitch. Right sides together. Stitch the non-stretch mesh to the main fabric of the gore or bridge. Turn the gore right side out and hand stitch it in place to both cups. Straight stitch the gore in place to the cups. Line the main fabric with non-stretch mesh. This stabilizes the front portion of the bikini top. Layer the lining to the wings and then serge the elastic at the lower edge of the wing. Finally, hem it with a zigzag stitch. Pin the wings to the cups. And straight stitch the wings in place. Hand stitch the underwire channeling to the seam line and then straight stitch it in place. Grade the seam allowance to debulk and then straight stitch the other side of the channeling to the cups. Serge elastic to the inside of the strap, underarm, and wing. Then hem it with a zigzag stitch. Close the underwire channel at the underarm positions using a bar tack or a very small zigzag stitch. Let's assemble the straps. Right sides together, place the main fabric together, and then on one side align the non-stretch mesh. Making the straps non-stretch helps to provide support for the boobs, especially for large boob ladies. Straight stitch the edges of the straps, leaving one end open. Clip the corners so that when you turn the straps right side out, you have nice crisp corners. And trim the seam allowance to about 1/8 of an inch. Here I'm using a fast turn to turn the straps right side out. Iron the straps flat, making sure to get the corners nice and sharp. And stitch the straps to the bikini top. Finish the strap attachment with a bar tack for added support. Insert the underwires. Close the underwire channel at the center of the top using a bar tack or a really small zigzag stitch, and attach the closure securing it with a bar tack or very small zigzag stitches. Here I've decided to add a bit of decoration to the neckline. This is purely optional. After hand stitching the hardware in place, secure the elastic with bar tacks in all 3 attachment locations. And just like that, the bikini top is done. Down in the comments, let me know what you think. Let's get started on the bottoms. Right sides together. Align the front and back at the crotch. Layer the front lining. And then right sides together, layer the back lining over the front lining. And stitch at the crotch using a zigzag stitch. Separate the front from the back, aligning the lining, and hand stitch the pieces in place. Top stitch at the crotch with a straight stitch. Then apply the elastic to the legs using a serge stitch, and then hem with a zigzag stitch. Line the straps and serge the elastic in place and hem with a zigzag stitch. attach the straps at the front center and back center of the bikini bottoms. Stitching through all thicknesses with a zigzag stitch. Grade the seam allowance where the straps are attached at the front and back, and serge the elastic in place at the waistline. Hem the waistline with a zigzag stitch. Stitch the sides together with a zigzag stitch, and then turn the seam allowance to the back and top stitch about 1/8 of an inch from the seam. All done, and beautiful. Lovely. Tell me in the comments, is this one you think you will try? If you're interested in knowing how to draft this pattern, let me know down in the comments. I'm happy to do a video on that process. We've reached 100 subscribers. Thank you all, and thanks for watching.